Hello? Hello, operator? I believe my party's been disconnected.
Hello everybody, this is King Fatboy, and I'm going to be talking about some of the slight problems in World of Tanks right now. Hopefully somebody at Wargaming sees this. I'm sure they won't, but this is the first one I'm going to talk about is the T-32. And the primary flaw with the T-32 is we get the same gun we did with the T-29, which was a great gun for the T-29. I mean, beautiful. Makes that tank purr like a kitten. But when you get to the tier 8s, we see tier 9s and 10s. Not going to work anymore. Even the gold penetration, 245, not good enough. Why not do this? And it's a simple concept. You take the same gun off the M46 and make that the T-29's top gun. That way, every tank in the line, the next one doesn't have to have a tier 7 gun. Because once you get to that, what do you call it? The M103, it has the same stupid gun. The same stupid 105 that I've been fighting with and struggling with since tier 7 to tier 8. And then you want me to play with it at tier 9 and wonder why people skip it. And maybe that's your goal, is to have us skip. But you got to remember, this is for the free-to-play players, too. And when you punish a free-to-play player, he'll never go up that line. There's no point in going towards the E5 because it has a giant tumor on his forehead. And there's nothing quite as frustrating as having that giant, huge tumor. And we're going to go to the T69 now. This is a continuation of that rant. This is for the T69. A tank that is decent. I mean, it's not a great tier 8 medium, but it shouldn't be punished like it is. It has, a 27-second reload. Okay, but its penetration is 181 and 250 with gold. So this is a gold spamming tank, which is ridiculous. You shouldn't have to spam gold to have any fun in this thing. Free-to-play players will never play this tank because you cannot play it and make money. All you have to do is give it this 90mm style gun with the 212 penetration. You put it up to 212 like the Begetto gets. I don't want the auto-loading feature. I don't want any of that. I just want it to have the same pen as the, Begetto and the other Begetto. The one you can go grind up to. Because those are fun tanks to play. That Pantera, when you get the top gun, is a good tank. And this T69 is not good at all. It's a miserable tank to play. So my suggestion is you just let them have the same penetration as the Pantera and as the Begetto and probably a dozen other mediums. If it was a Russian medium, you guys would have already fixed it. We're going to go to the Sherman. The 105 Sherman Rabelisier. It is a premium tank that's been overlooked. There's a lot of premium tanks that suck now. 200 penetration is terrible. Just give it the same 105 as the M46 has. It does the same amount of damage. Keep the reload long. It fires less rounds because the turret doesn't fit the gun well. I understand that. But this Sherman is god-awful to play because you got to press the 2 key all the time. And then you don't make money in your premium tanks, which is outrageous. The whole point of having a premium tank is so you can make credits. It's as simple as this. If you put this 105 from the M46 on this tank becomes something people might want to have. Because all of a sudden you have a medium that has penetration and it's fun to play. It's fun to be able to hurt your opponent And you can't hurt them with this gun. 200 is crap. And we're going to go to the next tank. Unfortunately, the next tank in our list is the TVP. And I don't know what Czechoslovakia did to deserve this tank, because it's just terrible. I mean, it looks like the Tier 6, and you just put a bigger gun on it that has shitty pen. I mean, look at this, 188 with a 105mm cannon. I mean, it's not a derp gun. If it was a derp gun, that'd be great penetration. But it only does 320. I mean, all you have to do is give it the same gun as the Tiger. Or, yeah, I think this is the Tiger 2 and the E75 starting gun right over here. Look at this, 225 from 188. All of a sudden, you know, use the Tiger's reload if you think that's ridiculous. But all I know is that this tank is just something you try to free XP your way through. And that's not right to those people that can't afford that. I mean, free-to-play players are the heart of this game, and you guys punish them with grinds like this. They get up to the Tier 8, and they think, finally, I'm going to have a tank I can use in strongholds. You know, in Tier 8 strongholds, and play. And you get it, and it's just a flub. I mean, 188, I don't know whoever came up with that number. It just hated the Czechoslovakian people. And we're going to go to our next tank. And now we're going to come to the last tank in our lineup for tonight. And this is a tank that used to be fun at Tier 7. I don't know why it's a Tier 8 now. I mean, is that because you couldn't find nothing to change it? You know, couldn't create nothing, or I don't know what it is. It has the most pathetic 76mm gun on Earth. And it doesn't get any camo value bonus because it's 10 foot tall. So why give it this 76mm? Or if you're going to give it the 76mm, which is up to you guys, at least give it the same 90mm that the German Bulldog gets. Just give that as an option. Take away the Hesh round if you don't want to see a bunch of cheap free-to-play tanks with 102 penetration. That's fine. Just give it a normal HE penetration. But the main thing is, this tank is god-awful to play now. Nobody has any fun. At least I don't. Maybe everybody has fun but me. But put a 90mm on it, I'll buy it back. Yeah. This tank right now is broken. It's out of its tier. It's undergunned. You know, it only does 170. Its pen is 175. It's ridiculous. Come on, guys. Put the 90 on it as an option. I'm not saying you don't leave the 76 on there. You know, if people want to play it with a faster style of fire. But an extra 4 rounds a minute don't excite me none, or what, 5, or whatever it is. And that's the end of King Fatboy's rant for the night. Thank you all for watching, and I hope somebody watches this. Bye-bye. King Fatboy's out of here.